Our guest has arrived. Sir, we would like to hear from you a few lines about yourself, your family, and Suborno. So we would like to request him to please share some of his points with us.
তো 2014 সালে আমার স্ত্রী ওকে পড়াচ্ছিল 1 + 1 = what, and সুবর্ণ উত্তর ছিল 1 + 1 যদি 2 হয় তাহলে n + n = what, mom? তার মা হঠাৎ করে শিক্ষক থেকে ছাত্র হয়ে গেল, সে বুঝতে পারছিল না ওটার জবাব কিভাবে দেবে। তো তার মা এটা আমাকে জানালেন। এরপর আমি তাকে কিছুটা চেষ্টা করলাম আমার মতো করে শেখাতে। তো সে যখন 4 বছর হয়ে গেল, তো সে তখন আমাকে পড়ানো শুরু করলো। এরপর আমি বাধ্য হয়ে আমার শিক্ষকদের আশ্রয় নিতে হয়েছিল, আমার বিভিন্ন ইউনিভার্সিটির প্রফেসরদের, কারণ ওর প্রশ্নগুলির উত্তর আমি খুঁজে পাচ্ছিলাম না। তো এখন তো আপনারা শুনলেন ও 11 বছর, আপনারা ওর জন্য আশীর্বাদ করবেন। নমস্কার।
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Namaskar, everybody. I am very honored to be here at Bodoland University. I am very honored and excited to be talking to you all, getting to hear your questions and your inquiries. But first, before I say anything, I would like to give a few introductory remarks before the session starts. But before I say anything, may I sing the Indian national anthem? Yeah. Okay. Can we all stand up? All right, I'll go closer, sir. Oh! You can start. Mana mana adinayaka jaya he bharat bhagya vidata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Bhavira Uttara Banga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uttara Jaladika who has helped me be here today. I am so I cannot list everyone who has been helping me so far, but all the faculty of Bodoland University, as well as the chief of the Bodoland Territorial Council, as well as all of the students and teachers at Bodoland University. I'm so excited to be able to speak to you all right now, and I am so honored that you have chosen to help me communicate math and science to you. So I love math and science very dearly, and I hope that by the end of this session, you will love it too. So, before, I think this is an interactive session, so you will get to ask some questions on the spot and I will answer them. But before anything like that, I wanted to give a brief lecture about infinity and how math isn't always going to fall into your hands. So, I guess let's start with that. Infinity is a very confusing number. Some say it's not even a number. Some are confused by the concept. It's just something that you can't grasp. It's something that you can't pull into the real. Something you can't pull into the real world, no matter how hard you try. It's way too far away from anything your brain can comprehend, and so that makes it really weird to work with. It's really just the concept of something too big to surpass. But, I mean, can't you add 1? Can't you add 2? So there's a concept of different amounts of infinities, but we'll get to that later. So what does infinity really mean? Why do we use it? Why do we define things like it? Well, we don't just define it for fun. We don't define it because we wanted to. We define it because it's a useful notion. Sometimes to describe the real world, we have to leave it. So, infinity is an example of that, along with other examples like every irrational number, examples like E, complex numbers, pi, the golden ratio, phi. Negative numbers themselves are technically are not a real concept, but these are the things that we have to pull out of real life in order to depict the real world. So sometimes, technically, I think I've heard somewhere that you can do math without complex numbers, but you'll run into notation issues everywhere. It's extremely hard. Sometimes we define things for convenience, not because they are actually a parallel to the real world. So, math can be hard to imagine sometimes, but you don't always have to get a good grasp or a good hold on what something is. Just to be able to work with the concept, you don't have to fully understand exactly what you're working with. Because no one can truly pull the square root of -1 or something that's infinitely big into the real world. In fact, now we have a study. Of infinities themselves. Well, not really. It's a subtopic of set theory. It's what people call cardinality, which is essentially measuring the size of infinite sets. So, infinity is a very untangible concept, and sometimes we have to keep it that way. Sometimes we can't quite stay within the real world when describing it. So, don't feel overwhelmed if you just can't get a grasp on what you're working with when it comes to math. You sometimes have to rework your brain to get into the details. But once you understand the details and you've done the details, you can mostly gloss over them. But don't let this encourage you to totally ignore them. So, that's all for me, I guess. Math isn't always going to be just a parallel to the real world. Math doesn't just always describe something in reality. Sometimes we have to go a little further than that, and that's okay. So don't feel overwhelmed when trying to understand concepts like these. I guess that's all. So that's all I want to say for now. So since this is an interactive session, I'm sure you've all come here with questions, no?
Yes. But we don't have the mic.
Sorry?
Will be from Jomdor College, Section Nursery.
Not working.
Spikaran gomakhai.
Hello.
Okay, it's working.
A very good evening to you, Professor. I am Jackson Nazari, a student of Jamdar College, Soraibil, an undergraduate student. First of all, a very warm welcome to our Bodoland. Sir, here my question was, what made you achieve such a great success?
I'm sorry. That's not what made me achieve great success. So, please excuse me. I'm a little sick. So, I don't know exactly how to answer that question. I'm not sure what I would call success, but I mean having fun doing math and science, I guess that's something you can achieve by simply, instead of memorizing things and having a strict way of thinking, try loosening your mind up. Try allowing yourself to think in different ways and look at math and science from a different perspective in order to be able to flow with it, I guess, more smoothly. I guess playing around with numbers, it does some manipulating numbers and variables. It does something I have fun with because I've learned the most optimal methods of doing them, and I can fully understand what I'm working with instead of just having scraps of knowledge and trying to work off of them. So instead of using limited materials, I can build my understanding using some stuff that I already know concretely, fully. So don't try rushing. Don't try understanding the next concept when you only have a half-baked understanding of the previous one. Otherwise, soon your understanding will all collapse like a house of cards, I guess. So that's, I guess, why I enjoy mathematics. I'm just trying to understand it in the best way I can and connect it to my real world instead of taking it as isolated from the real world. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for giving such a wonderful answer for the first question. And the next will be from Jamdar College, Rishok Narzari.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I am Rishok Narzari, a student of Jamdar College, Soraibil, and I am currently studying in 4th semester. Sir, my question to you is, where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years, and what more do you expect to achieve?
Sorry, I did not hear the last part.
Okay, sir, I will repeat. Where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years, and what more do you expect to achieve?
Okay, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? So hopefully, I'm going on to undergraduate very soon, and in 5 years I will probably still be in graduate school. I hope to at least have made 1 or 2 small contributions to math and science in those 5 years, because as it turns out, it's 2024 and contributions to math take a long time. Finding something new, something that no one else had tried before, is very hard. But I'm trying my best to provide what I can to the body of works in math and science. So I hope that I will have inspired many more people 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I hope to have given speeches to many people, like the students at Bodoland University, and I hope that more people in general love and understand math and science more deeply. I'm just trying to help others love math the same way that I do. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the next question will be from Musalpur College, Tulunga Ramsari.
Hello, miss. This way.
I request Tulunga Ramsari from Musalpur College.
Good evening, sir. My name is Suborno Isaac. I am from Musalpur College. Good evening, sir. My name is Tulunga Ramsari. I am from Musalpur College. My question is what?
Oh, there. Okay.
And what age did you start your schooling?
Sorry? I didn't hear.
At what age did you start your schooling?
What age? Okay. I started my schooling at 3 years old, like a regular kid. Well, no, not 3, 4 years old, like a regular kid in the U.S. Most kids learn most of my math from school, but self-taught or from my dad.
The next question will be from UN Academy Kokrajhar, Prasanna Bosumatari.
Good evening, sir. First of all, welcome to Bodoland, Kokrajhar, City of Peace. My name is Prasanna Bosumatari from UN Academy, Kokrajhar. I'm currently studying 4th sem. My question is that as a youngest professor in the world, how do you balance your academic responsibilities with your personal life and other interests? Sir.
Thank you. That's a very good question. I find that my academic interests are more fun for me than anything else. They don't usually feel like work. They feel more natural to me because I just feel at home doing math and science compared to other subjects. My personal life is not that eventful. My personal life outside math and science, there's not really much to do. I don't have too many people that are close to me. I just have a few meetings to set up every week or so, a paper to write. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't have that much to do in regards to my personal life. I don't have that many relations, so my dad mostly does all of the PR work or promotion work for me. So I really appreciate that because that puts a lot of slack on me. So I don't really have too much of a personal life to work on, and my academic life, I see it more as fun than as work. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You are wonderful answer. Thank you.
The next question will be from St. Ange College, Kokrajhar, any one of the student can ask from St. Anne's College, Kokrajhar.
A very good evening to you, respected sir. My name is Muspika Boro and I am from St. Anne's College. So my question for you is, what was your journey like to become the youngest professor in your specialization?
Thank you. I wouldn't call myself a specialized professor, but I was allowed to teach a physics course for several students for a few days at several universities. I wouldn't call myself, because I'm not a full-time professor, so I wouldn't call myself a professor exactly, but through a lot of communication and the several universities around India were gracious enough to allow me to teach their students for a few days. So that's extremely wonderful that they would do that, and it's simply just a promotion event. So I'm able to spread more love for math and science. Now, promotion. I can't tell you exactly how that works because my dad does all the work for me. Thank you so much. But it's essentially reaching out to several people to see if they're interested in learning about math and science or teaching math and science to their students. And if they agree, then I agree to head over because I appreciate no matter how big or how small a teaching commitment is. Because I'm making some contribution to the world. I'm helping at least one person learn math and science more efficiently. So, I hope that answers the question.
Thank you.